Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new episode of the YachtMaster. Today you join me on the east coast of Spain in a little port called Moreira on board this beautiful Sunseeker 57 Predator. Now this boat is operated by twin IPS drives. So let's get on board and meet the owners and see if we can teach them one or two things.
Right guys, well first of all, thank you for taking part of the YachtMaster series here in the on the east coast of Spain on board your beautiful Sunseeker Predator. Tell us a bit about, when you bought the boat, how long you've had the boat for, and from there, tell us a bit about how you hope to progress over the next coming days.
So we bought the boat in 2016. We boated since 20 years or so, and the idea really was for us to go off cruising and spend time on our own around the Balearics. That was the plan, and it hasn't worked out quite as we anticipated for various different reasons.
So now we are very fortunate. We've got this lovely boat, and the plan was to have time to travel together. I need to know what I'm doing.
Yep.
I need to be confident in what I'm doing.
Yes.
On a large boat.
Yep.
And I want Steve to be confident with me.
Yep.
So he's not fretting, because that is the other thing, is that his concentration will be split.
Yes.
On thinking, is she doing the right thing?
Yep.
And then we kind of like, no, I'm doing that. And we don't want to be like that. We want to work together.
Yep.
So that's where we are.
We're delighted to announce that this series has been brought to you by Aquabanas. Aquabanas are redefining water entertainment with luxury modular inflatables for yachts, resorts, and luxury waterfronts worldwide. Using the finest materials available, Aquabanas designs ultimate inflatable yacht marina systems to fit yachts of all sizes with tables, seatings, slides, climbing walls, and room to park all the water toys. Picking your colors and adding your logo creates you a bespoke inflatable system that gets noticed. Optional Pantone color matching of the materials is available to give you the ultimate in a custom finish. Contact Aquabanas today about their resort and day club packages that can easily put up to 100 people on your waterfront, thereby creating unforgettable memories. Thanks again to Aquabanas for powering the YachtMaster.
It's a nightmare you haven't brought your glasses with you.
How are we looking there?
Yeah, that's good.
Nice and clean, good level, beautiful. Right guys, so these are the IPS 950s built by Volvo Penta, and we've got dual engines. And this so you guys can see, let's go to the other side. So let's see, nice, so you can see here, chaps, a nice clean bilge. It's important to have a clean bilge because when you do have leaks, it's a lot more apparent. And there you can see we got the port side IPS drive. Now an IPS unit is the same as like a pod drive you get on the big ships. And then you got the generator there, which was that, an 18 kilowatts? Have a look. 11 kilowatt generator. Good size. No signs of any leaks in the bilges. These are the pre-fuel filters. The main engines. And then you have the starboard side fuel tank with the starboard side engine. And now Steve's just been checking the oil levels and the coolant levels. So far looks pretty good, I guess. And these guys are the water strainers. So these are the seawater intakes for the main engines. And inside here you'll have a couple of baskets which filters the seawater. So if you suck up any dirt, plastic bags, it'll get caught in here and then therefore won't go into the engine. Then the battery box will be on that plastic with a plastic lid there. And then we have the Raycor filters for the starboard side. We've got a hydraulic pump, which I assume is either for the passerelle, swim platform or garage, unless it's for all three, I'm not sure. And then we got the crew can will be inside there. Little freshwater hose in there, little tap. Lovely, and there we have it guys, that's the engine room. So yeah, I'll leave it to you. We can start up main engines, get your You know, get your equipment running. Well, just remember, okay, if you put it in forward gear, it's sucking water from the forward back, so you should be okay. If you go back, it's going to suck water from there with the lines and go forward.
Okay.
So now we only had this line remaining on the boats, so we'll keep that on. Wait for Steve to go to the bow, release both the ground lines, and so Steve, when you go to the bow, because you need communication, we're on the aft here, you're going to drop both the ground lines, you're going to look over, make sure they've sunk completely, and when you're happy, just give us a thumbs up.
Okay.
Then I'll take this line off and then we'll make our way out. Okay? Little push ahead, yep. A little bit more. Lovely. Perfect. You happy?
Yeah, I can't see them anymore.
Cool, I'm gonna release this line now. All good. So we just want to twist a bit to the right, so the bow's that way. So Steve, if you be on this side on the fenders, please, monitor those. A little bit more, yeah, a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go, lovely. And now just push it forward a little bit. There you go. So when you, yeah, that's good. Neutral, let it drift out. Let me just go that way a little bit. So as you're coming out, what we're looking for the dangers. The dangers are here. We're coming out nice and straight.
Okay.
That's good. So joystick to the left. Bit more. More. Hold it over. Hold it over. Bit more. Yeah. That's beautiful. Lovely. You see what's happening? The bow is now going that way a little bit, isn't it? So we're gonna go forward a little bit.
Forward.
Yeah, a little touch. Good. Now rotate it to the right and hold it there. Hold it there. Good. Now come back a bit. Come back, come back, come back. Yep. Hold it there. Keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. Look, keep going. Good. Now rotate it to the right. Lovely. Neutral. It's coming around nicely now.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Let's try something new. What we do from this side, so go out straight a bit, so you go a little bit ahead. And then what we'll do from here, we're going to take control inside. So we'll go inside with you. So first on the gears,
Here.
on the steer push station. Yeah, and then docking, yeah, bottom left, yeah, and now push forward. Lovely, a bit more. So when you find the nice biting
Like a
point,
bite,
yeah,
like
you can. It's just a feeling. So you need time to get that feeling.
Do I keep it on that? Just let it float
You can
out?
let it float out if you like. Moving the boat sideways. So what you might find is when you do go left a bit, the boat, instead of doing this straight like that, you might find the bow might go a bit more than the side.
Like
the reason
what
being
it's
is because the bow's lighter.
Okay.
Okay, so you need, and the way you counter for that, if you think about it, if you go over with a joystick and you find the bow's going too much like this, if while you're going over, if you rotate slightly the joystick, it will correct. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we may as well turn.
I would go pretty much into wind. I'll go up here, I'll drop anchor there, then come back a bit.
Do you anchor off into wind?
Always bow into the wind when anchoring.
Yeah, so you stick
Yeah.
the nose into wind. But, and of course you could just follow everyone else.
Watch what everybody else is doing.
Don't assume.
Yeah, don't assume. Think about your radius. So now for me, this would be too close to that sailing boat. I would want to be like kind of like over there somewhere. Now we'll go down, which is going to be so we can keep that one closed. We're going to go down on that one, keep that one there. Yeah, ready when you are. Yeah, keep going. Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. Great, okay. There's a little drift back, we should be okay. And close this.
Down properly.
Now that needs to rotate the other way. That goes like that. So that slips, that will grip onto there. Okay, keep those closed.
Yep.
And we're good. You see the chain's nicely going in front of us now. A bit of tension there. Perfect. Nice. You see how it gets tense?
Nice.
And when it tenses, look how quickly the boat now is spinning around.
Yeah.
That means it's gripped well. That's a good sign. When a boat does that, it's
When
gripped.
it's spinning
Yeah,
back
without
end
him
round.
touching it, it was that
Yeah.
there was momentum going backwards. The anchor caught, and immediately the boat went like that. That's a very good sign. If you're going to a bay and there's boats there, oh, we'll put 2-3 times the depth. You haven't got that sense of security.
As you say, I always go for 5, so that's what
Yeah,
I've always done.
go for 5.
And
Go
then,
for 5 as much. There will be, if you're going like here, if you're going to an anchorage, you're here for half an hour, and it's flat calm. Yeah, you can put 4 times out, but be aware of your surroundings and what's going on. This whole 3 times the depth thing drives me mad. It's wrong on every level. Never do 3 times the depth. You're just asking for trouble, And it's not your fault, because it's somebody the RYA has said to the instructors 3 times the depth. They're wrong. It doesn't make sense. There's no tide here.
Can you imagine if it was tide and
Tide and wind, and you imagine if you're training, when you're teaching people the first time, they only can remember X percent of information that's fed to them. So if you've got somebody and you're saying to them, okay, between 3 and 5 times the depth, they might just remember 3 times the depth. They go, I've seen it, you guys probably see it in Mallorca and Formentera as well. They drop their anchor in the morning, they take their tenders to the beach, they go to a beach restaurant, they're having lunch, the wind's picking up, their boat's dragging towards the beach. I've seen it time and time again. Like, if they had 5 times the depth out, they would have been absolutely fine. Meanwhile, their boat's drifting towards the beach and damaging the boat, and got to get rescues, other people's boats. It's just, it's bad advice.
If you've got so much meterage
Of chain.
Yeah.
You have a bigger, you do.
Yeah, but you just hope. If you did that and walked off and you went up to the...
Yeah.
You've got to hope that these guys...
You do, but you've got to remember, if you are, in general, if you are swinging, okay, let's say the wind now does a 180-degree turn, okay? Every single boat will rotate 180 degrees. Some more fast than others. The sailing boats might be a bit slow because of the keel, but they will all end up pointing the same way. There's no question. As long as the anchor is correctly positioned. That's all it is.
I forgot that
What
they
about
move
the
as well.
angle of the chain? Do you look at the angle of the chain? Is that a reference point or not a reference point?
Well, what you'll find, you mean the angle of chain regards to the wind?
The angle of the chain, as it goes from the boat down into the water, looking at the, obviously, whether it was like this or like this, is that a reference?
Not at all, because what will happen, the moment there's no wind, so what's anchoring the boat at the moment is not the anchor, it's the weight of the chain.
Yeah.
The more wind you have, obviously the chain's going to have less effect, and eventually the anchor will start working. So it's not really a reference. You felt that before, that was the anchor stretching out. If you see that it gets windy and the boat goes pretty much beam to the wind, and you feel that vibration, that you're dragging your anchor. So that moment, very quick, stress-free, you start up your engines, you correct the boat, you start lifting the anchor chain, and you reposition the anchor. If you have available space behind you and you're going you can let more chain out. Remember, the more chain out, the higher the chances of not dragging your anchor. So you want to kind of go underneath it and then flick it back on, if you can. What you're going to do is put it kind of underneath the chain like that. Can we stick the stern that way? And put the bow that way. Let's go down. Hold on. There we go.
Oh.
And point that way a little bit.
You want me to steer this way?
Yeah, so pointing that, yeah. Lovely. Slowly, yeah, little touch in. Beautiful. Anchors up. Beautiful. Just watch the bow a little bit, correct the bow. Good, yeah, put her in. Your stern's fine. A bit more on the bow. Very relaxed.
Oh, there we go.
No!
You want that?
No, Steve!
I just want the bow only.
Oh my goodness. We haven't used the bow thruster this entire time.
You're going to dock me for that now. Dock me my points.
So that's a little bit too loose. So what we want to do, so I'm going to correct, you see, we're going to get that. What will happen if it's too loose,
Yeah.
the bow will come out and then the swim platform will come towards the dock. So we want this, you know, nice and tight. So that's good. And now, you see, just with those two lines, the boat is secure. And afterwards, if you're here for long periods of time, we can literally turn the engines off, step on the dock, calmly past those lines. We can put some springs on. Plenty of room. Use focus there, I will focus there. Yeah, got miles of room on the bow, miles of room. Yeah, beautiful correction there. Good. Come on that way a little bit. Lovely. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. When you're pulling, what I suggest,
Yeah.
as I noticed in this one, you started pulling from here.
Yeah.
It's better if you do it from there.
Yeah,
It's a better
okay.
angle,
Yeah.
and then you can put it right up. There we go, and then we'll do a figure of 8. There we go, lovely. Bow side off, yep. One more, there we go. Oh, no. First of all, guys, thanks again for being part of the YachtMaster series on board this beautiful Sunseeker. How do you feel you progressed in the last 2 days?
Yeah, huge progression.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though you think after 5 years you kind of got the hang of it and it was just a confidence thing, actually there was some real issues managing the boat. So it's not without the stern into wind. sticking the bow into it and really making life difficult.
Yeah.
So I think I've been fighting that bow. So not only have I had some of the control issues, but I've made life more difficult for myself.
Yeah.
So that's made quite a difference, actually.
Yeah.
The fact that you can sit there and have the time to move from the forward station to the aft station, which also was a revelation because that's not been
Yes.
for 5 years.
Yes.
So, and really getting used to that, and particularly with just the two of us, and
Yes.
being able to help at the back, right, I thought was great. And I wasn't sure when you first mentioned it. I thought, oh, I'm not sure about this. I can't see the bow. It's so far away. But actually, as you so rightly say, the danger's not there.
The danger's behind you.
So
Yeah.
So I think that also that little control thing for sideways and the slight twist, which as we mentioned before,
Yeah.
was something that was suggested. I didn't do that, but actually it works perfect, and it gives you so much more control coming back in.
It does. It does.
So yeah, I think it was pretty good. I think it's great.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
No, it's been an
Yeah.
absolute pleasure.
And-
Thank you guys.
and,
'Cause you've been very easy to teach. But would you say also being there, that the fact you can see the swim platform, you have more reassurance
Yeah,
as
because
well.
you know-
And you can see it down alongside the boat as well.
Yeah. Also docking.
Yes.
That didn't occur to me.
Okay.
If you're or coming alongside, so if you're coming alongside fuel or what have you, if you're on that station,
Yeah.
you actually see the whole length of boat, which never
do.
occurred to me before.
Yeah. And it's easy
So-
because if you've got Lind on the bow to do the bow line, you can quickly grab the line from the dock and put on the stern line as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was amazing.
Okay.
So yeah, some really big tips. I mean, the boat's coming in, perfectly. So
Yeah. You're nailing it now.
clearly good tuition,
Amazing tuition.
great student,
Yeah.
and then of course it was really the key to the whole thing for us is building it together. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how
Yeah.
how have you got on with?
Yeah, I was going to
such
say to
early
Linda,
days?
like from when we started yesterday, you weren't too sure, but I think by the end of today, you just whatever, I can just do it now. Dropping anchor, lifting anchor, ground line, stern line,
Yeah.
fender knots.
I think for me, as I said, that the years have gone by, and then you got a family, and that was taken up. So it wasn't because I didn't want to do it. And then it's the exposure to it and having that focus,
Yeah.
which you helped on that, is to give me that time, and in a manner that was bit by bit. Just some of it refreshing, some of it is technique and slowing it down, but also with Steve, there was no kind of pressure,
Yeah.
and so of course then I became more confident what I was supposed to be doing, what he knew I could do, and the expectations, and then he was calm, especially when he was berthing it and he was on that control over there. So I found that it was easier, and my confidence just grew.
So yeah, thank you.
Thank
Can't
you
say-
so much.
No, thank
Yeah.
you guys. I think it was. I learned a lot as well. It's been, I think, 5-6 years since I've been on IPS.
Well, you wouldn't
Yeah.
know.
You wouldn't
No,
know
you
straight,
wouldn't know
straight
that
into
at all.
it. You know, it was like muscle memory. Like straight away, I was like, yeah, okay, it's the same as Lizzie. Out and
Yeah.
in, that was great.
It's straight in.
Yeah.
Washed it.
No,
Yeah.
you've been absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So you guys have been
Really,
good
really
listeners.
good.
You're more relaxed. You're more relaxed.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough. Thank you very much for being part of this YachtMaster series.
Yeah, thank you.
And
That's
I'll, well, I don't know. You guys probably know by now on the edit. Let us know what you guys thought as well. If it's thumbs up or thumbs down. All right, guys. Thanks again. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.